We are cooking roasted butternut squash soup, a warm, comforting soup, today on Grandma Bessie's house. The recipe, along with its ingredients, are posted in the video's description. To make this soup, cut the squash, but as you can see, it's too tough to cut. To soften, cook in the microwave for 2 to 3 minutes. Also, preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. If you have sensitive skin, wear gloves while handling butternut squash. Once microwaved, cut off both ends. Stand the squash up and slice it in half lengthwise. Scoop out the seeds. We will roast these later to garnish the soup. For now, set the seeds to the side. Remember to like and share this video by clicking on the links below. If you enjoy the recipes and gardening videos on this channel, subscribe. Also, click notifications to stay current on new content. Take one of the squash halves and cut it in half. Repeat with the other half of squash. Next, slice the skin from the squash. You should have 4 peeled pieces. Place one of the small sections to the side to roast later. Roughly chop the other 3 pieces, making sure the cuts are around the same size. Place them in a bowl and coat with olive oil. To roast, line a large sheet pan with aluminum foil and spray it with nonstick spray. Dump the squash onto the pan and roast it in the oven for 30 minutes. While the squash is roasting, we need to roast the bell pepper by coating it with olive oil. Place it in the air fryer and roast for 25 to 30 minutes. Take half of a red onion and slice it. Aim for medium-sized slices. Place the onion slices in the same bowl that the squash was in and coat the slices with olive oil. Moving on to the fresh ginger root, peel and dice a 1 to 1.5 inch piece. At 30 minutes, remove the squash from the oven and flip it with a spatula. Top the butternut squash with the onions and place the sheet pan back into the oven to bake for another 20 minutes. Your roasted vegetables should look like this. Once the bell pepper has cooled after roasting, peel its skin. Also, remove its stem and seeds. Now, let's roughly chop it. Quick question: what is your favorite way to eat squash? Let us know by leaving your answer in the comments section. Add all of the roasted vegetables to the blender. That is, if they are completely cooled. Also, add the minced ginger and your chicken or vegetable broth. Blend on high speed until combined. Over medium heat, spray a large pot with nonstick spray. Once heated, add the dry spices and allow them to toast in the pot for about 1 minute. Add the soup mixture. Stir to combine the spices into the soup. Add coconut milk, water, and honey. Once again, stir to combine. Allow the soup to begin to boil, then reduce it to a simmer. Cover the pot and cook for 10 minutes. At 10 minutes, remove the pot cover and stir the soup. Add butter and allow it to melt. Once melted, stir to combine. Allow the soup to continue to simmer for 30 minutes. Once 30 minutes have passed, stir the soup and notice how much the soup has thickened. Taste the soup and if needed, add salt and krill seasoning. Stir the soup again. Allow the soup to simmer uncovered for 30 minutes or until the soup has reached the thickness that you like. Remember, the longer the soup simmers, the more it thickens. Meanwhile, while the soup is cooking, dice the remaining pieces of butternut squash into small pieces. Coat it with olive oil and roast it in the oven for 30 minutes. Remember the seeds? Separate them from the squash and roast them in the oven for 5 to 10 minutes. The diced roasted squash and roasted seeds will add texture to the soup as a garnish. If you have enjoyed this video, like and share it. To see more fun recipes, click the subscribe button below and add notifications. To serve this soup, garnish with red pepper flakes, roasted butternut squash seeds, and roasted butternut squash. Top it off with parsley. Now that's a warm, comforting, and flavorful soup. Thank you for watching another episode of Grandma Bessie's House.